Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Hey. What's tomorrow? The 19th? All right, September 19th, Friday. This is just a real quick kind of lesson on hedging. That's why I have this picture up here. Very exciting. I wouldn't really hedge a $10 bet unless you just wanted to make your money back, cuz a lot of people are tempted to cash out here, right? Which I always preach never cash out. Now, if you're winning $1,000 on $100 bet, you could easily hedge. I mean, you could literally hedge $500 on this if you want to either guarantee yourself either way $500, right? So just a real quick lesson. The Giants are currently plus odds. So if you really just wanted to get your money back, you could throw $10 on it. Well, yeah, and you're just hedging your money. So now you're just going to get your money back plus 80 cents. Well, and the bet back, you get $20.80. But if this was like I said, if you're going to win $1,000 and you wanted to hedge it like hardcore, you can you don't have to throw five. I'm not saying that. But if you wanted to guarantee yourself like 270, you do that, or you just, what I would do is probably hedge a little bit if I was winning a big amount, but for a $10 bet, I'm just going to let it ride. And the same person, Loose, he cashed out a home run parlay that would have hit too. Poor guy. Sorry, I had to call you out because I hope you learned your lesson, but I love you. Oh no, look at this. He's a parlay master here, but he missed one. You put the over in a two, or which game was it? Oh, I think it was the Met game. Anyway, that was a very quick lesson on parlays. And the odds are going to constantly change because as guys get on base and the Giants are batting right now. So right now the Giants are going to go to favorites because there's no outs and there's a guy on second base. So this should change to the Dodgers should go plus here soon, I would think. But anyway, I'll show better examples as we go along. I also had someone ask in the YouTube comments to explain the odds. So obviously these are American odds, and the minus simply just means for every 120, it's minus 124. For every $124 I wager, I win 100. Plus, and then if you win, you also get the wager back. So this would pay 224. And then the opposite, it's not really the opposite, but plus 106, every $100 I wager, I win 106. Simple as that. So this would be, if you're wagering 50, it'd be divided by 2. Sorry, I'm not quick at math right now. It's late, but 53 plus your bet back. And that's really, it's as simple as that. The odds are really simple to learn. There's European odds as well, which looking at it for me, because I'm American and I'm dumb, hurts my brain, but it's easy. You just multiply it really. And yeah, I mean, if you need something more specific, let me know. But that's pretty much the gist of it. As far as parlay odds go, if you're mixing this odds with this odds, it's always going to be plus 279. I don't know how they do this. This I don't know. But as you add more legs, the odds go up even more because your odds of winning are even worse. So parlay odds is whatever. There are parlay calculators that you can use that will tell you what the odds should be. And keep in mind, apps like Prize Picks, they don't use typical sports, like FanDuel, DraftKings odds. Prize Pick odds are terrible. So if you have options, if you have other options in Prize Picks, don't use Prize Picks unless you're trying to take advantage of a promo. That's the only reason I could think, one passing yard for Josh Allen, something like that, for those promos. And you have to make a parlay with Prize Picks. Anyway, very basic stuff. Like I said, if you guys have any questions or anything, just ask in the comments, and I'll try. I might even make actual full-length videos on specific things. I also want to talk about why cashing out is bad. I just need to look. I know why it is, but I don't want to make a 30-second, oh, this is why it's bad. but there are also videos out there. I watched a YouTube video about why cashing out is bad, and it was a really good video. So just literally type it in, cashing out, gambling, sports gambling, whatever, and I'm sure that video will pop up. It was really popular. All right. Enough of that for now. But yeah, if you have any other questions, feel free to ask. Also, please subscribe, like the video, comment your favorite player to hit a home run, do all that jazz. I know my views are down, but baseball's kind of winding down, so no big deal. This is all free information. I'm not charging you guys for anything. I do this for fun, and typically I'm good at, I know baseball's been bad, but typically I'm good at this. Just September, I will admit, September is the worst time of year to bet home runs. That is just a fact. So yeah, I was looking forward to playoffs. It's hard to bet, not necessarily. Okay, so we got the Athletics go to Pittsburgh. So they're traveling from Boston, I believe, is where they played. It's not too far. Oh, well, actually, let's start with Atlanta and Detroit. Let's go in order of this site. So the Braves go to Detroit. Elder versus Morton. Interesting matchup. They have literally the same ERA, too. That's kind of funny. Huh. I wonder what the odds of that are. Let's see the weather. 11.6 left to right. So if that was ideal for anyone, what do you want? Catlinson. That would be ideal for lefties. Oh no. Yes. Matt Olson is on an absolute heater right now. So I definitely like Olson. As far as the other Atlanta Braves go, I'm good. You can take Profar. That's okay. Acuna used to be like a lock, but it's kind of hard to pick right now. All right, we'll just leave the door open. So basically, Profar and Olsen are where I'd go if you want any Braves, but definitely Olsen. Olsen is, I don't know. He's playing like he used to play, like MVP level playing, like he should be playing, even though he is getting older. How old is he? Damn. I was born in 85. He's born in 84. Damn. Nah, I'm old. I didn't realize he was that. Honestly, I didn't realize he was that young. Now I think about it. All right. Morton, Elder. The Tigers are just crappy again. I mean, obviously, like Carpenter, Green are fine, but I almost kind of want to wait on Tigers just to prove to me that they can hit, like they're just so inconsistent right now. But obviously you can always go Carpenter or Green, even Torkelson. You're feeling it, but they're just so inconsistent right now. They're just tough to pick. Cubs and Reds, lefty versus lefty. Now the Cubs, I guess after they clinched on what day are we on? On Wednesday? I guess they went out that night, and that's basically why they got shut out the next day, because they just partied and got drunk. And so I would be careful with them probably on Friday, too. They don't really hit very well against lefties as well. And Imanga, he's very susceptible to... He gave up those back-to-back home runs to Tampa to start the game. They still ended up winning the game. But, yeah... I would be careful with Cubbies. If Horner leads off and he has good odds, that is actually a little interesting. They're not listed yet. Wait, the Dodgers are listed, and even though they're still playing, that's bizarre. Anyway. Yeah, they got all the righties in here. So yeah, if you want like Kelly or, I mean, it's so hard to pick Suzuki or Happ, I think that's fine. But just be careful with Cubs. They struggle against lefties. As far as Reds go, I'm kind of on the same wavelength, but I don't mind Marte. Marte is a good, solid pick. And then Stewart. I'd say Marte and Stewart. I don't think I don't know if Ellie De La Cruz is going to hit a home run ever again. All right, now we're at the Athletics. And well, they're at Pittsburgh, but Athletics versus Pirates. Severino versus Keller. Keller doesn't really give up a lot of home runs, so, and it's a bad park. The wind's blowing out 6 miles per hour, so it looks good. I would just be careful because he doesn't give up a lot of home runs. Rooker did hit. He just loves his day games. He loves his day games and Saturdays. I don't know what it is. He just loves it. This is a night game, so maybe he won't hit. I don't know. But I always like players back to back, so I'm okay with him. And Langley's got the day off on Thursday. So you can try him the next day as well. And then Kurtz is Kurtz. So if you want Kurtz, that's fine. And then Pirates, nah, they suck. I'm good with Pirates. I would only take Horowitz. It's the only guy I trust right now. All right, Yankees and Orioles. The Yankees took care of business. I don't think there were any home runs in that game, though, were there? Now I think about it. But like I said, Yankees, Trevor Rogers is starting. That's even worse. I was going to say, it's hard to pick them against a lefty, aside from Judge and Stanton, because, just a lefty-lefty matchup. But Rogers has been crazy good this year. So I would, once again, just say Judge or Stanton and leave it at that, because this is a tough matchup. Rogers has pitched really well this year. But I wouldn't chance any of their lefties unless you really want to go for it. And then Baltimore, well, Beavers is hot. Kowser's good. So I'm okay with these guys, but their usual suspects like Westberg, O'Neill, they're not doing anything. So stick with Beavers and Kowser. And I think we're good with even this Basayo guy. He's pretty good too. All right, Nats go to New York to play the Mets. Or are they? Yeah, that's a new series, right? Either way. Alvarez versus Sproat. Both not a lot of innings. I want to see where we're at here. 2 games started, 12 innings, 0 home runs. Well, and that's I probably wouldn't pick anyway. No, that's it. Lyle's fine. Lyle's pretty much the only one hitting right now for them. And then Soto can hit off lefties. I'm not going to say don't take him, but it's righties better. And Alonso is scorching hot right now. So I love Alonso. Vientos is finally kind of falling off, but he's okay. And then I like Alvarez as well. So definitely Petey and Lyle in this game look good. And then Boston and Tampa. Boston really struggled against the Athletics. That was frustrating, honestly. And now they got to go face Drew Rasmussen. Crochet's already. I feel like Crochet just pitched. This is kind of a tough game. I would say. I don't mind Ref Snyder, but this is kind of a tough one to pick. I think Duran's okay because I like lefties in this park. But yeah, this one's pretty tough. Because Rasmussen's been really good this year. And so is Crochet. And Tampa earlier really struggled against lefties. I always like Morel. Morel's fine against lefties. Williams hit on Thursday, so if you want to try him. And then if Caminero plays, obviously he's fine, or Diaz. But just be really careful with Rays against lefties. And the over-under is 7. The wind is blowing in. Oh, I didn't check the wind. It's not bad there. Not bad there. It's not ideal New York, but I think it's okay. And then the wind is blowing straight in 8 miles per hour. So this game, I would probably just avoid it. But every time I say that, there's always like 12 home runs in the game. So I think Morel and Caminero, if he plays, are fine. I don't like Red Sox, though. Especially after seeing them play the Athletics. Holy crap. All right. San Diego goes to Chicago to play the White Sox. Cease versus Martin. I would say Machado's fine. Merrill's fine. This is just not a game I'd go heavy on. The Padres are just tough to figure out sometimes. Where are they at? Where they at? There they are. Wind again blowing in 8 miles per hour from left field. Shouldn't be that bad. It's okay for lefties still. Montgomery is really cooled off for the White Sox, but I'm okay with him if you want to try him. And then Teal's fine too. Benintendi would be my favorite White Sox for sure. But Teal and Montgomery are okay. I would in this game specifically, I'd say Machado and Benintendi, then Merrill. But this is another game that just doesn't look that great. Okay. Blue Jays go to Kansas City, and they looked horrible in Tampa. I don't even know if that was the first game they hit some home runs, but I don't know. That was just rough to watch. Lorenzen has had a tough year. Scherzer is on and off. The over-under is 9, so they are expecting a decent chunk of scoring. If you want to take Springer, it's fine. If you want to stay off him, I don't blame you. I would probably just go with God, it's so hard to pick them right now because Varshall's cold. Kirk got robbed the other day. Barger's so inconsistent. Here, we're gonna cheat on this one. I'm actually curious how they hit off Lorenzen. Make sure we got the right team. I don't remember who I'm looking at. Oh, Toronto. Varsho's 1 for 3 off him with a home run. Very small sample size on everybody. Kirk has good 2 for 3 off him. So yeah, it's just too small of a sample size to really guess here. Who's about to score there? Okay, good. I hope the Dodgers win for Luce. Luce, we're cheering for you, buddy. All right. So this is kind of a tough one again, but I would go Kirk and Varsho. And then anytime you want Springer or Guerrero, that's fine. It's just Guerrero. I don't even know how many home runs does he have this year? 23. So he's really not doing it, but Springer's fine too. And then Kansas City, just the usual. Vinny. Perez would by far be my favorite. He's definitely the hottest. And then if you want to try the long shot like Jensen, that's fine too. Pretty straightforward in that game though on who to pick. All right, Marlins go from Colorado to Texas, so not too far. Junk versus Tyler Mahle. Male's been pretty good. I probably wouldn't. Actually, you know what? I definitely would not take any Marlins personally. So I'm not going to take any Marlins. If you want Rangers against Junk, I think Garcia, Berger are fine. And Langford. Once again, pretty straightforward. Peterson's cooled off again, so I don't like him. All right, Cleveland and Minnesota. Allen versus Pablo Lopez. Lopez is pretty good. I would imagine these two teams. Oh, it says Messick here. What the heck? All right, well, if Messick starts, I definitely. Dodgers scored. Yep, Cleveland. Bo Naylor has a home run off him? Well, that doesn't make any sense. I would not take Bo Naylor off of him. I would say, because Jose hit on Thursday, that's fine, and Manzardo are fine. Once again, the usual suspects. And as far as Twins go, I guess we don't... I would say Messick starting, because this is probably more accurate, and he's been really good this year. And he's a lefty like Allen, but I would only like either Buxton or Lewis in that case. If either or start, I wouldn't like their lefties anyway. So that's how I'd go there. There is a chance of rain, wind right to left. All right, Mariners against Houston. Wu versus Brown in Houston. Yeah, I would go Cal. Julio's really cooled off. I'd say Cal and Suarez, and then I don't really like Houston, but if you want one, I'd go Walker. But yeah, this game looks kind of rough, and it's in a dome. 7.5 over under, so low. This game, holy crap. Over under is 12. The Angels go to Colorado. This is interesting. So fire up your Angels, even Trout. This will probably be where he hits his 400th home run. I can't imagine he doesn't hit one in one game in this series. So Trout, Ward, even Moncada's fine, Adele. And then if you want to go with these like more Guzman, I think that's perfectly fine too. So the Angels look really good here against Blaylock. And then I don't know who the Sam guy is. I just saw his name. He hasn't started any games. And he's only got 4 innings pitched. So take the 10 ERA with a grain of salt. However, it is in Colorado, so it's not ideal for him. Moniak probably won't start here because it's against a lefty. But this Krim guy is pretty good. So I like Krim and, of course, Goodman. So those would be the only 2. You could take more. You could take free. Like, because of how bad the Angels bullpen is, I could see, like, Tovar Doyle hitting too. So I think the majority of guys in this game, if you want doubles, you want total bases, if you want runs scored, if you want hits, I think this is a good game to target. And not just home runs. Don't think like you only have to take home runs. So I like this game a lot. All right, so Brewers and Cardinals, a little division rivalry here. What's this guy's first? Jacob. We'll call him Jacob. It's a lot easier to say. We'll call him JM. How about that? Against Sonny Gray. Gray's been pretty decent lately. This guy's struggled though. And honestly, the Brewers have been hard to pick for home runs. I don't like the stadium in the first place. You got a chance of rain. I don't really like this game. I think some Cardinals could be okay, like Herrera or Burleson. Herrera. Burleson, but this looks like a clear and cut avoid. I just wouldn't pick from this game. I know everyone's going to say like, oh, should I pick Churio? Should I pick Durang? Like, you don't have to always take them. There's better games. This park also stinks for home runs too. All right, the Phillies come to my neck of the woods in Arizona. The over/under is 9.5. So they are expecting a pretty. It's not that great of a stadium for home runs. But Buehler versus Nelson. Nelson has also been good this year, too. I mean, obviously, Schwarber and Harper are matchup proof, so I'm not afraid of him with them. And then if you want to go like Kepler, that's fine, too. Don't chase Bader. He's not a home run hitter. I know he's been much better with the Phillies, but you don't have to chase him. And then Dbacks against Buehler. Perdomo's okay if you want to go for his usual juicy odds. Marte and Carroll are MIA. I don't know where they are, but if you want to take them, that's fine. And then McCann is actually kind of hot, so I like McCann. Okay, moving on. Pretty simple game. And the Giants are still in LA. Ray versus Kershaw. Kershaw's last home start. Well, aside from the playoffs. But this is his last ever home start, so he's going to get a big standing ovation here. Yeah, because he's retiring. So, nice career for him. I don't think the Dodgers are going to win the World Series, but you never know. Maybe they catch fire. Let's look just because I can. Ray versus Kershaw. Flores has seen him a lot. Yeah, so none of these guys really have hit off of him. I also just don't really like Devers right now because he's cooled off so much. Kiki has 5 home runs off of Robbie Ray. He's going to be popular tomorrow. Teoscar has 2. Rojas is... This is so random. Where's Ohtani? He can't hit the guy. All right, well, we know Ohtani's matchup proof, so if you want him, that's fine. But apparently, Kiki Hernandez is the play for the Dodgers tomorrow if you want to try it. And then Mookie, Ohtani are all fine too. Robbie Ray's been good this year though, so you don't have to go crazy here. Wow, that was quick. That was super fast. Let's see if any more odds have come up, but I probably won't be able to make a parlay tonight. A few more. Let's see what his odds are. Kiki, he's not listed. Is he listed? There he is, plus 470. That's decent for him. I would put a single on him. I don't know if I'd put him in a parlay, but I'd put a single on him. Look at these odds in this game. Even it's the Contreras brothers again. I just realized that. Where's the other Contreras? Hello? Is he hurt? Maybe. Plus 700, though. That's crazy. And then where's Turing's 900. Y'all just plus 800. They're going to try to bait a lot of people in these odds. And I'm telling you, this is just not a good situation for either team. But if you're trying to get some juicy odds, feel free. Burleson's the favorite. Yeah, just kind of interesting to look at these things, even though I never even looked at this and I already knew this was a bad game to target. But just seeing the odds kind of just tells the story. Okay. Well, I guess that's it. If you guys have any questions, you can always DM me on Discord as well. I'll put the Discord in the description as always. I also made nothing fancy, but I made a positive EV channel for all the positive EV bettors. Like Rooker hit today, Story hit today. Pretty good start for the EV channel. The other guys didn't hit, unfortunately. But yeah. And I'll put the invite in the description. And I think that's it. I'm trying to think of it. I was trying to think of something else, but I don't think I have anything else. But yeah, y'all have a great night. Have a good morning, good afternoon, wherever part of the world you're in. And I will see you later. Peace.